Want to get into a special promotion we're doing here through Donnie Morehouse in our office, a unique event that we've never done before. We're going back over to the old Coliseum.
Yeah.
Some people may hear that right away and think we're going inside, but there's 24 hours of outdoor hockey that we're doing the weekend of February 11th and 12th, an event that Donnie is spearheaded here in our office. It's starting to gain a lot of momentum. Just your thoughts on this whole event.
Well, when we hired Don Morehouse, he was hired because he's got some great ideas, and he was hired as a director of strategic sales to put special events on and do some different things that we haven't done in this community before. And Don is a hockey guy, and he wanted to engage the Coliseum in a lot of different things. And he was the one who met with all the people over at the Coliseum, including Wayne McCary and Noreen and everybody else, and first put a sponsorship together with them. But they became on board as one of our corporate sponsors with a big Coliseum Corner banner now that hangs in the Mass Mutual Center, which allows us to do some other promotions with them. But this was an idea of Don's of let's just get some hockey, the old-time shinny hockey on a pond, so to speak, which we all remember as kids, or at least I certainly do. But we're fighting a little bit of a weather problem, so Don came up with the idea of a 24-hour, around-the-clock hockey event for young kids, for older people, whoever wants to come. It's going to be played at the back of the Coliseum, where they're building a rink for us, and Don's involved actually himself because he has some expertise in building outdoor rinks, and it's going to be just a fun event. I talked to a good friend of mine the other day who plays adult hockey, and he's got a bunch of guys primed up for it, and it's just going to be shinny hockey, no equipment, skates, gloves, helmets if you want to wear them. And it really, what it does, I think, Damon, just sort of brings back old-time hockey. And it's over at the Coliseum, which people remember. It's outdoors. There's plenty of lighting out there. Hopefully the weather cooperates a little bit. It's on February the 11th and 12th. And it's a great package because people can buy the opportunity to play in the 24 hours of outdoor hockey. And also you get a couple tickets that Sunday afternoon game. So kudos to Don for putting this event together. It's a lot of work, but we think it's going to be a lot of fun and really do something different that we haven't done before.
And check out FalconsAHL.com, the official Facebook page, official Twitter page. There's an online registration form that you can check out. Donnie did a great job putting an online form together. Really easy to see. It's got the rules. It's got the breakdown. Spots are starting to fill up. So if you see this, play adult hockey, or just want to try hockey, give us a call. We'll pencil you in. There's plenty of slots there.
Interesting. We've had one group call and said they definitely want to do it. They've got a group of 10 together, but they want to play at 1 a.m. in the morning. Now, they didn't tell us why, but they want to play at 1 a.m. in the morning, so they've been slotted in. So there's slots open, but you can give us sort of an idea of when you'd want to play, and Don will do his best to fit that time slot for you.
I'm trying to get a team to play that 1 a.m. game, so we'll see how it goes.
All right,
so
great.
Some Ludlow High School alumni trying to get in. So check that out here. Another weekly webisode coming to you from the Mass Mutual Center. Damon Markowitz along with Bruce Landon. Thank you to DK's Hockey and Lacrosse down there, 1 Prior Road, Menfield, Connecticut, down at the Enfield Twin Rings for making these webisodes possible. Don't forget about the official Facebook, official Twitter. Go to FalconsAHL.com and check out those links as we update those almost by the minute as we go through a busy January and into February here. Staying on the off the ice news, there's a special cookbook being made here. It's about 3 months in production here, but just a nice event that the players' wives and girlfriends, including your wife Marcia, got behind. A cookbook that's going to be raising money for charity. What's that all about? Well,
it was. I give my wife all the credit on this one. Marcia came up with the idea of doing a cookbook, and Falcons family cookbook. And she talked to a couple of the wives, and they were all behind it, and girlfriends. So it's really going to be cool. It's been a lot of work, and my daughter Tammy has been doing a lot of the work on it, and she's glad it's been finally put to bed. But Marcia and Tammy worked on it and getting all the recipes and bios and information from all the players and all the staff, and Chris McFarland and Scott Housen from Columbus as well. And it's a cookbook that'll be on sale starting on February the 4th. It's got recipes from all the players. Some of the recipes are really interesting coming from some of the players. Some of the players have given a lot of thought. Some of them went to their moms back home to get them. But it's got pictures of the players. It's got some bio information that things maybe the fans wouldn't know about the players. And it's got 1 or 2 recipes from all the players and management and staff as well. And it's only going to be $10. It'll be on sale starting at the game on February the 4th. And all the money, 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Raise Them Hope and Bay State Health in the fight against breast cancer and breast cancer awareness. And there's a couple nice people stepped up to help sponsor it. The Pompey family, the Landon family, the Ashadi family, and the good people Franny and Rosemary Arnold from Conklin Office Supplies gave us a little money also to help sponsor the book, so that way 100% of the proceeds of the sale can go directly to the Raise of Hope. So it's a great project. Again, we touch on this, Damon, it's something we've never done before and something we want to try, and we think the fans are going to love it, and hopefully they buy it and support this great cause.
And just another example, January has been a really busy month. The players, to their credit, really active in the community, and this is just another example of that, whether it's going to schools and reading, whether it's going to youth hockey practices, visiting the Springfield Sliders sled hockey team. It seems like this is a pretty active group.
This is a great group. We knew that when some of these guys were signed, when Andrew Jodry was signed in the off-season and others, we knew they were a special group that like to do things in the community. And sometimes, we don't get enough credit, and I don't mean that sarcastically, but we don't get enough credit for all the things that we do in the community because we sometimes don't always pound our chest and say, look what we're doing. But we're out there regularly, as you know, because you spearhead a lot of it with some of the other people on the staff, and we're out there a lot doing different things, sometimes behind the scenes, but really try to make ourselves visible in the community. The players have been absolutely fantastic this year. A couple of the injured players I know have come to you and said, what more can I do? So we've got a great group this year that are doing everything they can to sort of give back to the community.
Yeah, Damon Markowitz along with Bruce Landon. Another weekly webisode coming to you from the Mass Mutual Center. Thank you to DK's Hockey and Lacrosse down One Prior Road, Enfield, Connecticut, down at the Enfield Twin Rinks. Thank you for making these webisodes possible. And now we can shift a little bit to the on-ice product. As we film this, a big win last night in Worcester. 4-2 win, going into a crucial 2 games this weekend before the guys have a nice 4-day All-Star break. Number one, how nice was that win last night? And just a quick recap on the hockey side.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I don't want fans thinking it's an excuse, but it's a fact. This year has been just a year of injuries, and both here and in Columbus, both organizations have been hit with just an incredible number of injuries, and it's affected the roster and the lineup that the coaches have been able to put together. Quite truthfully, Damon, as you know, we have not had for one game this year the lineup that we thought we were going to have coming out of training camp. And coming out of training camp, the Hockey News and all the hockey experts around our league were picking us to be a team to beat. And I honestly believe that Columbus did just a fantastic job of building a team for us in the offseason, but the injuries at both organizations have really hurt us. But through all of that, we've been able to, we haven't been successful at home. There's no doubt about it. And we can't sugarcoat that. We should be a better team on the road for some reason. But this team is hanging in there as tough as they can be to stay in the mix. And we are in the mix. We've closed the gap on first place from 14, 15 points a couple of weeks ago to, what are we, 5 points now?
5 points out of first.
5 points out of first. Even though we sit last in our division, we're 5 out of first. So it just shows you how jumbled up our division can be. But last night, a gutsy performance. That's all I can call it. Paul Dayton, who was waiting to hear from me on where his next step in the East Coast Hockey League was going to be. We had him in Chicago. He played well. I went over to Reading. He played well. We were getting ready maybe to put him in Kalamazoo or Missouri, the Central Hockey League, so he could go play some games, and we needed him here. And we summoned in, came in, got a practice under his belt, and he had an absolutely fantastic game last night in Worcester. Gutsy performance by our defense. We started off with 6 defensemen, and we lost Greg Amadio. Got hurt in the first period, tried to gut it out in the second, and left early in the second. So we were down to 5 defensemen against a very good team, and we found a way to win. So the big guys stepped up. Giroux got 2 goals, and it's what I call a gutsy performance. And we have to come back with something else Friday and Saturday. We feel, and I say we, it's myself and Rob and Brad and Nolan and the people in Columbus, that if we can get through the All-Star break, give the guys some rest. Columbus is getting some guys back healthy. We may be getting a couple more guys back healthy, and hopefully after the All-Star break, we'll have more of a semblance of the hockey team that we expected to have. And we got to get our goaltenders healthy. Both Manny and Mark Dekanich are both hurt. Hopefully one of them, if not both of them, will be back. But we have confidence in Paul, and Alan York is here as well, working out, and we may need Alan along the way as well. So it's been a tough year, but we're hanging in there, and I think we have a lot of hockey to go when we come back from the All-Star break. You get February, March, and into April. So this team will have enough firepower, and hopefully we can tighten up our defense a little bit and maybe add a piece there. And it should be a team that will be able to win some games down the stretch and keep it interesting.
I think if we sat here in August and said heading into February you'd be 5 points out of first place, I think everyone would have taken that, and that's the reality of it.
Absolutely, that's the best way to look at it. The unfortunate thing, which has left a sour taste with me and Charlie and others, is our unfortunately poor record at home, and in particular in front of big crowds. I don't know what it is. We just seem to get behind the 8 ball. We've had some great crowds and haven't performed particularly well at home. But like I said, there's a lot of hockey left. We're 5 points out. I don't remember the last time, probably this late in the season, we're 5 points out of first place. You probably do because you have all the stats, but I would guess it's been a while.
It has been a while. I had to dig that one up, so but it's been a while. But Damon Markowitz along with Bruce Landon, another weekly webisode here from the Mass Mutual Center, presented by DK's Hockey and Lacrosse down there, One Pire Road, Enfield, Connecticut, down to Enfield Twin Rinks. And Bruce, the last topic I want to get into is the AHL All-Star Game. That is occurring this weekend here. Skills competition Sunday, the All-Star Game on Monday. Tickets, I believe, still available. Check out Ticketmaster. Check out FalconsAHL.com. There's links to the All-Star Game ticket information. But an annual event. Cam Atkinson going down to represent the Falcons. Just your thoughts on the All-Star Game and what goes on there for a couple of days.
Well, careful what I say, but NHL All-Star Games bore me to death because I'm not sure how many of the players even want to be there. It's different in the American Hockey League. The AHL puts on a fantastic event, and that's what it is. An event will be national coverage all across the United States and Canada for the game. It gives us a chance to showcase some of our bright young stars, a guy like Cam Atkinson who's destined for a great NHL career. Gives us a chance for some of the veteran players who have come back and play in the American Hockey League and still playing well if they've been selected to play in the All-Star Game. It's a huge event. The AHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony as well takes place. We have our midwinter meetings going on. This year it's down in Atlantic City. It's the first time it's been not at a city of one of the teams in the American Hockey League. Atlantic City is hosting the event, and it's going to be a great showcase of our young talent in this American Hockey League, and I know Cam is excited to play in it, and I look forward to seeing Cam in the skills competition because Cam can do a little bit of everything, because we know he's got great speed, he's got a great shot, he's an accurate shooter, so it's going to be interesting where they slot him in the skills competition. But even though the games are a little boring, I guess is the best way to say it, because they're high scoring and there's not much hitting, people have to understand it is an all-star event. You don't want people getting hurt. I quickly tell the story of former Falcon Rob Murray when he was an all-star back when we played again in St. John, New Brunswick. Rob, as we all know how he played the game, he absolutely clocked a guy behind the net and hit on his very first shift, and it was a totally different All-Star game. I think the score was probably 3-2 or something, but it was a hard-hitting affair. You don't see that much. It's usually just players showcasing their skill and their talent, and it's a great event coming up this weekend.
Well, as always, a great event. Cam, I'm sure, will represent us well, and have fun down there as well.
I look forward to it. So we got some busy things on midwinter meetings as well. That'll some things we had discussed that'll probably be probably implemented for next year on the league side of things.
You got it.
I trouble spitting that one out.
No, it's been a long one today, so no problem at all. Bruce, thanks for coming on as always. We'll definitely keep in touch, and we'll hopefully see you next week.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Bruce. Thank you again for watching out there. Thank you to DK's Hockey and Lacrosse, One Pire Road, Enfield, Connecticut, down to Enfield Twin Rinks for making these webisodes possible. Don't forget about the official Facebook, official Twitter, updated all the time. Thanks for watching out there. We'll see you next week.